Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43. Sorry I've been gone so long. Been really busy, but now I'm back, and today we're going to be doing a superset workout. So you're going to need 2 weights and some water. So that's all you're going to need. We're not going to be getting down on the floor or anything, so just make sure you have a little bit of room to work out. So no burpees or anything like that, so you won't be needing a mat. So let's get started with our workout. So let's start with just some warm-ups. So we'll start just with reverse lunges. And you can see that I'm not at home, so I'm just returning my grandson to my daughter. And so that's why I've been so busy. And I'm just working out in her basement right now. So I'm off in a corner just in case she comes down and decides to work out in the other side of the basement where the weight room is. So just want to make sure she's got room for her. And I can't remember if this is her rest day or not. So I'm just going to be over here doing my part. So I'm going to try to start uploading a lot more videos because I miss making them. All right, let's do some arms here. Big arm circles. So, think about your range of motion in everything that you do, and especially when you're just starting to warm up. You don't want to go crazy and hurt yourself just in your warm up. Okay, let's go the other way. You want to just start moving that body because we only have 5 minutes. Of course, you can take more time and do your warm-up. So, our workout's about 45 minutes long. So you want to use every minute of it for your advantage. And 45 minutes is a great workout, and especially depending on the type of weights that you use. You can use anything from 3 pounds to 50 pounds for your workout, depending on how strong you are and what results you're trying to get. You have to think about the injuries that you're working with. If you have any injuries, shoulder, elbow, knee, back, but you can do all of these exercises within your range of motion. And you just have to move wisely and think about what you're doing. You might move deeper than me, or you might not move as far as me. But the objective is to use weights and to keep moving, okay? Okay, let's move one leg back into a split squat. So think about shoulder width apart. We don't want to cross over into a tightrope. And we're going to drop down. So split squat, especially for me, is always a challenge because you have to think about those knees. Now think about your balance. If you need to go to a countertop and hold on, especially while you're warming up, then you might do that. Okay, let's trade legs or hold on to a wall. But of course, split squat's a great one for balance. So we have to pay attention to that. Good. And let's go wide squat here. Nice and wide. Toes out like a ballerina, okay? Let's get those inner thighs up and down. And then if you do have aches and pains and things that are bothering you, are you doing anything about it? Or are you just suffering in silence? Are you taking something with collagen in it? Are you rubbing something on it? As simple as like Blue Emu. That's what I use. I just throw some Blue Emu on it every day. Jump out of the shower and rub something on it. And for me, that's been a game changer. And keep moving drinking tons of water. I'm behind the water curve right now because of the change in altitude from where I just came from. And I need to load up on a lot more water today. Okay, heel to high knee, we're almost there. Okay, get those hamstrings. Did a big hamstring workout the day before, and so I need to work those out. Teaching in the pool. All right, okay, so we're gonna get started right away. Grab those weights. Okay, we're gonna do a reverse lunge and a tricep extension, okay? Up, reverse lunge, triceps. Reverse lunge and triceps. So we're going right into supersets. We're gonna work for 45 seconds. And we're gonna switch for 15. And so I'm gonna give you a side view. So I don't have my regular timer with me, so I'm using my phone. I always forget that it doesn't have that break in between. Okay, so now our next one is just gonna be a Russian twist. So we're just gonna pick up one weight, bend the knees a little bit, okay? We're only moving the torso on the Russian twist, okay? So we're going side to side. Here we go. So notice I'm not twisting up here, down below. I'm only twisting the torso. I'm going from hip bone to hip bone. I'm not going way over here. So it's short and quick on that Russian twist. Pulling really hard with my abs. Standing up nice and tall, not rounding my shoulders. So pull those abs in nice and tight. And that's going to make those little muscles there on each side of that belly button work twice as hard. We're almost there. Okay, so now we're going to grab the weights again. Okay, so we're going to take that other leg back. Okay, so I use my right leg, which is your left leg, back first. And we're going to step back. Okay, same leg each time. And we kind of bring those arms up and tip them back into a tricep extension. Okay. Now each round is 8 minutes long. So you'll get each leg twice. And you'll get your abs 4 times. Good job. Nice. I know the lighting here is terrible, but I'm going to work on that. All right, good. Okay, up we go. Side to side. Kind of started right away, didn't I? Just so excited about working out. I hope you're excited too. Really hold my lower body nice and steady, holding those legs kind of tense. I'm bent at the knees to make sure I have a solid base. I'm not pushing my legs back. See, pushing legs back, knees bent, but I'm not like way down here bent, okay? So, you know, we always have that difference. Do it from the side for a sec. All right, so here we go. I'm going back to that first leg. Resting for a second. And of course, you can always take water whenever you need it. You don't have to wait. Okay, good. So if you have like heavy weights and you find that bringing both weights back is too much, then just use one weight, okay? You have to have a nice strong base, meaning your upper body, when you bring both arms up, or it might be too much for that upper back. when you step back into that reverse lunge. Good. Whew, gotta be balancing too, apparently. Okay, set that one weight down. Okay. Get those legs ready. Straight, bending. Nice difference. Okay, roll the shoulders down and back so I'm tall. And I go side to side. Good. Nice job. And we'll just go side to side. Good job. Keep it side to side. Try not to get willy-nilly with your movements. All your movements, every time you exercise, should always be precise, because when you start losing your form, that means you're done, okay? All the time. When you're at the gym, when you're at home, when we're exercising together, that means you're done, because when you lose form, you become unsafe and you stop doing the exercises correctly. So that means you can injure yourself. So if you stop having the right form before our time is up, then quit. Just take a little extra break. It's not bad. And then next time you do this workout, then maybe you can do an extra rep or two, okay? And then you have a goal to set to be able to get through all of it. Some exercises are going to be easier than the other for you, and some you have to work up to, okay? Okay, this is the last one. And then we get to take a drink, okay? So side to side. Okay. Good. So why do we do a Russian twist? So we have to do a bunch of different exercises to work every muscle group, because you can't just do one all-purpose exercise in order to work your abs or your shoulders or your quads or your tush, because you have to target it from all different directions in order to get definition. So that's why we are working it this way, because I like this one because it really works those little fine lines. You know, you get those, everyone talks about the six-pack. Well, this one, I can feel it working that six-pack. Okay, so that's our 15 seconds on the other end. We have 1 minute. Let me explain our next two exercises. All right, so now we're going to do a squat to press. With a rotation, we're using one weight, okay? And we're gonna squat and press it up. And then we're going to do an alternating press up, alternating side lunge, where we'll be out here exchanging the weight. So it's kind of fun. It's a back exercise. All right, so we're gonna get that one weight ready. So this one has a rotation in it, and it's kind of fun. We have to exchange the weight in front of us. So this one kind of works those ab muscles too, but it also works your glutes. So we're gonna get ready to go. Okay, here we go. So we turn, okay, turn, exchange, press, exchange, turn, exchange, press, exchange. Okay, so this one's nice. Make sure you're going all the way down. So this is what's so nice about it. It's pretty deep. So that's why you go so deep down and up. So you have to make sure you really rotate sorry. Kind of on an uneven surface here. There we go. And down. And across. Press up. So of course the more rotation you get, the better. Okay, so now we're going to do our exchange. So we're going to put a weight by each foot. I'm going to open those legs up nice and wide. Move my water out of the way. And pick up, set down, pick up, set down, set down. And each time we do it, we're leaning into the leg, and we're staying down, and we're trying to have a nice flat back while we're doing it. So we're not trying to have a roundy back. So think about keeping the chest up, and of course, speed is good because it gets a little cardio in it. So once you get the pattern, you can speed it up a little bit, and we're almost done. And time. Okay, so now we have to grab the weight, and we're going to start going the other direction. So we have 10 seconds. Get that blood back to your head. Whew. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? I'm going to spin down, down, exchange, up, back, down, down, exchange, up, back, down. There we go. With our rotations. Good. Up we go. Nice. Nice. Okay, so now we're gonna wide legs, get both weights back out. So remember, we're leaning in to each one. Gonna tip from the hip, nice flat back. Here we go. Pick up, sit down, reach, pick up, sit down, So resist the urge to set them on your legs, because that's cheating. We want to hold them up. So you use those back muscles and your glutes, behind your legs, all of those great places, so that you can use those backs, gain a little strength. You don't have to watch the weight either. Really, you can see it from the peripheral vision when you pick it up. So kind of make sure the neck's in alignment with your spine. And then you can kind of gaze out in front of you a little bit so you keep that back nice and flat. Okay, going to the other side. Okay, getting ready. Here we go. Down, up, press. Down, up, press. Down, up, press. Down, up, press. Down, up. Is this the same side? Might be. Press. I know we'll get the other side next time. I think I need you spinning on the other leg. And it's okay, I'll get it next time. Because I'm pretty sure this hip is saying, I think you've done me twice already. All right. Spread out those legs nice and wide. Are you ready for that last row? Well, it's not as big as the last row. All right, here we go. Okay, I think you've got it now. I don't think you need any. Explanation. I might, though. Here we go. It's going too fast, and Lost track of what I was doing. Up, up, down, down. Okay, here we go. Gotta spin this way. Gotta go down here. Get ready, gotta spin down. Turn on this leg. Go down, up. Okay, definitely now. This is where I'm going this time. This should be our last round. Good. Feels so good to get this done. All right. Okay, last time. Wide leg exchange. Get that back. Want that summer back, right? Of course, we're into the summer by now. The heat of the summer. Cross it over. This is one of the best things you can do for those little bulges right here. You know, if you have those tops that are a little snug, or you have your swimsuit on and it's a little, get those little poochies, well, just keep doing this one every other day. Okay, that's the end of that one. Yeah, sit right there. You know how it kind of builds up? Yeah, that one. Every other day. Do like 3 rounds of 45 seconds, 1 minute each. Drink of water. All right, next 2 exercises. We're going to do a squat to a bicep curl. So we're going to come down, squat, bicep curl, okay? Deep, deep into the thigh. And then we're going to do, it's called a moving curtsy. So we're just going to hold one weight and we're going to go back and forth with this curtsy, okay? So it can be like right here and then we cross over, behind and right over, right there. Okay, we stay on one leg. Again, deep, deep into those legs. You're going to feel it behind and in front. So get yourself ready. We're coming to our countdown. Those legs are going to get it. Nice, good bicep curl along with it. And here we go. And back up. So if you find that coming down and doing this bicep curl is too much, you can come up and do the bicep curl. You can just do a squat and then do the bicep curl. Why do we do the bicep curl way down here? Well, we're trying to get you to get down into the deepest squat possible, okay? We want you to lower down because then you have to come back up, right? And that deep, deep squat is what's gonna get that tush, and it's gonna help those knees, believe it or not, and it's gonna help those quads. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one there. I'm gonna get right here in the middle because I had to go from side to side. So we're just gonna hold one weight. I'm just gonna hold it in that goblet squat position. So I'm gonna go back, behind, to the side, behind, to the side. So balance is key. Don't rush it too much because we've got 45 seconds of this. I'm not counting reps. So whether you get 8 or 20 is up to you. You can go faster if you want to. But I'm watching my balance, because I know that if I don't, I could fall over. And then I'd have to either start over, whoops, there you go, or edit it out, or you'd see me, and because I'm, you know, woo, feel that. All right, squat with the bicep curl. I like going deep in that squat because it really helps with yoga later on, being able to get my feet all the way to the ground, because there's so many moves in yoga where you have to be in this position, and my ankles are notoriously tight, and my calves are too. So when I'm warmed up like this, it's nice to be able to get down and actually bend my lower part, you know, knee down, ankles and calves. My right ankle is tight. Okay, wait. I'm going to do the other side. Breathe. Feeling that thin air. That's what I'm going to blame it on. Okay, and here, sorry. I'm thinking, what the heck? It looks wrong. That's because going the other way, Joy. Get over here. Got a little skinny mat here. Here, cross over. Here, cross over. Here, cross over. Woo! Okay. Is that the same leg? It might have been. Gotta make sure I get that other leg. Gotta do that leg twice. I have a horrible feeling I just did the same leg twice. I might have. I can tell you're getting tired. Oxygen deprivation. Going up in altitude. Not enough water. This is only our third round. We still have one more after this. You're saying, well, Joy, if you would shut up during some of the exercises, maybe you could breathe more. Right? Yep, that's probably true. Almost there. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to do this one. This leg's going to move. Almost there. Was it this? No, I did that one last time. Okay. So here and here. You know, when you're looking at yourself in the video, it all looks the same. Yeah, this leg actually hurts. So I don't know. Maybe I did change. Good. Woo. You're doing a good job. Okay. We're getting there. 1 second. Okay, now we have our last round. I hope you're changing legs. Right leg, left leg. Pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, one more set of squats. Okay, here we go. I was just looking to see if we had squats in our next round. And we don't have this kind of squat in this round. do the heels. Now, do you have to go this low? No, of course not. You go as low as you have to, or you can. I'm going to do this leg again, just in case I did the other leg twice. And then I'll see if I did it twice or not in the video. But if I did, you know, I'll find out later. I don't think so. I think I did the other leg twice, and now I'm doing this leg twice. But make sure you do both legs twice. However you choose to do it, alternating, or do one leg twice and the other leg twice. Just pay attention more than I did. Okay, that's all of those. And now we're going to get our water and take our 1 minute. Okay, so now we have our next set of exercises, and then we'll be done after our next set. Okay, we're going to do a split squat with a press up. So it's one weight split squat. So one leg's going to go back. We'll start with the right leg back. And the weight's going to go over, okay? So one weight. And the next one is going to be an alternating tipping bird. So we'll take one leg back, row, bring it up, change, row. Okay, so we'll just go back and forth. So that way we don't have that constant, oh my gosh, I can't balance. But if you want to stay on one leg, you can, and you can just hold on to the wall if you have trouble with balance or whatever. So like I have this little table. So if you wanted to, you could stay on one leg and do the entire minute doing this, or you could even hold on doing this. Otherwise, you can alternate, because that's what we're going to do. Okay, so here we are, and we're going to do a split squat. Okay, so here we are, split squat, up and down. Just taking it over the head. So be mindful of your head. So we're just going up and over, working shoulders and quads on both sides. So your weight is towards the back quad, onto that toe in the back. You're not leaning forward onto the front quad, okay? You're forcing, it's 70-30. 70% of your weight is on the back quad. 30% is on the front quad. We're going to stay on that front leg to start with, okay? And we'll just go ahead and lift the back leg first. And 3, 2, 1. Okay. So we lift, row. We come up, trade sides. Lift, come up, trade sides. So like I said, if you don't like alternating, you can stay on one leg. So this is just a nice way, just a different way to do it. If you're really balancy and you can stay on one leg the entire time and you want to grab both your weights, you can use both your weights and do it. So, and then that way you don't have to trade sides. All right, good. Okay, so I have my right leg back first. I'm going to do my left leg now. Feet are shoulder width apart. Weight is going back. Remember, 30, 70% of the weight. Up and over. Nice. Whew. Whew. Sorry. And balance is failing me. And we're doing pulses along with the weight going up and down so that back quad gets that pulse. And it doesn't have to be deep because my right knee is tucking to me. Whew. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take that right knee up because it was back there before. Breathe with me. Okay, so, and then here. Nice. So exercise, you know, we have a variety of exercises in the world because everybody's always coming up with new ways to do things, to work a muscle and to sell a product. And many of them are good. Not all of them are going to be the one to make you perfect. But you know what? If you'll do it, it's good. It's all good if you'll do it. Moving, not overdoing it, and eating right, meaning not a bunch of processed packaged foods, too much refined sugar, getting enough sleep, and trying to not overwork yourself with family, friends, and actual work are a key to life. Taking time for yourself to just relax and breathe are extremely important for your health because all those stressors react in our body. They overwork our heart and our mind and our circulatory system and our cells, and you need to be mindful of that. You have to, even when you're doing good works, you can overstress yourself. Even if you love it, you can do too much. So you have to be careful about all the love that you're expending, because sometimes you give too much that you drain yourself. So you have to think about that too. So be mindful of what you're draining from your body, because sometimes you have to give to you too, and sometimes you're the only one that can give back to yourself. So that's why my workouts are shorter, because your body needs about 20 to 45 minutes of good workout a day. So we get our warm up and our cool down in there. And that's enough for the heart and the muscles. And then the rest is up to you to eat well and to drink your water and not drink a bunch of sugary drinks, and to try to sleep well and to fill your mind with knowledge and positive thinking and affirmations for you, because you're worth it too, to give back to yourself and not just to give to others, to be a slave to the world, you know? You've got to give to others too. It's great. I mean, you've got to give to yourself too, and not always just give to others. It's great to give to others. I love to volunteer. It makes me happy to volunteer and to give. But then there's times where I need to have a little solitude and to read a book, have a facial on my own, you know, not pay for $100 facial, because where I'm at, don't have those. But, take the time to give myself a pedicure or to just sit and relax. All right, because you're worth it, man and woman. Okay, shake it out. All right, so we're gonna cool down now. So get yourself a drink of water. Awesome. Okay, so how much should you be drinking of water a day? You should never be thirsty. I'm behind the power curve. I'm thirsty. And so you don't think about it. If you're not thirsty, you don't think, oh, I don't need to drink. Oops. Yeah. We should always be drinking. Say you weigh 150 pounds. So, I'm trying to do math. That's probably not the best thing to do on camera. You should be drinking half of your body weight in water a day. So, whatever, can't even think. Whatever half of 150 is. So, is the norm. So, if you don't already drink that, I don't have any arms. No, if you don't already drink that, then go ahead and start drinking that. Little by little, get used to drinking that. And then a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like drinking water. Well, I know, it's not easy. Get yourself a cute little cup, get yourself a nice water bottle that you can carry around, decide if you want ice or not, decide if you need a straw or not. When you do your water, make it fun for yourself, have something that has a measurement on it. I'm going to do this so you can see what I'm doing. A measurement on it that shows how many ounces you drink. Get an app on your phone if you'll be religious and actually mark off the amounts of water you drink. The rule with working out, 8 ounces before you drink, at least 8 ounces while you drink, and 8 ounces after you drink. I mean, shoot, think how much what is that? That's what, 16, and then 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. That's 24 ounces right there. 24 ounces of water right there. That's a huge amount. You should drink 8 ounces before each meal. And you should also, believe it or not, and even though I know a lot of people say, oh, I can't drink water before I go to bed, you should actually drink 8 ounces of water at least 1 hour before you go to bed at night. Because it's good for your heart to drink that 8 ounces of water before you go to bed at night. Some people say drink it right before you go to bed. Others say an hour. So I like the hour before, because if I drank it right before I went to bed, I'd be up in the middle of the night. But sometimes I get up in the middle of the night anyway, so what the heck. So if you already get up in the middle of the night, go ahead and drink that 8 ounces. So that's a lot of water right there. So do your workout, drink your 8 ounces before each meal, and the one before you go to bed, and you pretty much got your water in right there. So it's not as much as you think. 8 ounces is only a cup. So keep chugging it down. And caffeine doesn't count. So no, drinking a cup of coffee does not count, because every time you drink alcohol and or caffeine, that negates your water, and you have to drink that much, if not more, in water to flush that caffeine or alcohol out. So you're shooting yourself in the foot if you drink those. Doesn't mean you can't have it. No, it just means that you need to remember to flush it out. So, because everybody likes their cup of coffee in the morning, maybe some of you do. Because, I do. I drink decaf. So But I still drink water on top of that, because even decaf isn't perfect by any means. So try to find a good collagen supplement. I've been shopping around. I'm trying a new one now that my daughter's recommending, so I'll let you know how that goes. Almost done here. Let's do the other side one more time.
Activity completed.
Ah, look at that. It said activity completed. All right, so there's our cool down. Everybody have an awesome day, and I will see you next time. This is Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43. Have a great day.